hustle, huh? We want this downtown and in the barn before she wakes up.
I think she's awake.
I'll take care of this.
You knocked out my karate instructor, you idiot.
Don't get sore at me, Sam. I thought you were in trouble.
With you here, I'm in trouble. Conan, speak to me. What the hell was that? That's my car, horse spitz.
Don't call me that.
Hey, boys, put the wheels back on the pavement, will ya?
I told you before that car's hot.
I'll stop those guys.
Are you listening to me? Now, wait a minute.
Would you shut up?
Look, you are not going to do that.
Great, 2 guys down and I haven't even had breakfast yet. I can't believe you knocked out my friend Conan.
Well, excuse me for doing my job.
Thanks for rescuing me. And that car was given to me in lieu of payment by a client I trust.
A cheap hoodlum.
That's not proven until his trial comes up. Detective Horseshack wants you to unhook my car.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No.
Horse.
Hey.
Shack. Weren't we once buddies at the police academy?
For about 10 minutes.
Whatever happened to that warm sense of camaraderie?
You called me horsespit.
Well, you guys were calling me Stormy.
What's wrong with Stormy?
Only strippers are called Stormy. Look, Ernie. Okay, Ernie? Can I call you Ernie? I just need a little time. I'll go by my client's house and pick up the pink slip. He's obviously mislaid the pink slip.
1 hour.
Deal.
My friends call me Horse.
Okay, Horace. You're on. 1 hour.
Keep your nose clean till you get there.
Yes, sir. Somewhere down in that stagnant stream of humanity is me and my new red muscle car. None of this urban clog gets to me anymore. Not since I've learned the art of Zen driving. Nothing matters. I don't see traffic, I don't see cars. I live in the eternal present. Clear it, Bozo!
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Phil, how you doing?
How you doing, Sam?
Good morning. Good morning, ladies.
Hi.
Sam. Hi. How you doing today?
Yeah, me.
The door wasn't locked.
That's half the story. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the owner, Samantha Weathers Investigations. And you're... Computer Madness.
Right. You ordered a computer, right?
Along with a brain so I can run it.
Ain't no sweat. You don't need a brain.
I qualify.
It'll think for you.
I don't want to seem racist, sexist, or what's that other thing? Ageist.
Yeah?
But did your mother know you're out of the house?
I guess so. You can call her. We live out in Las Tunas Canyon.
You live with your mother?
Well, why not? She keeps her music low.
And your computer company, they don't mind that you look about 15?
No. It's just me and Jimmy.
Just the two of you?
Yeah. We just put this ad in the LA Weekly last week, and, you're our first customer.
Scusi, signora.
No habla español. If you're looking for the immigration lawyer, he's just next door.
I hate to disappoint you, but I don't speak Spanish either. I'm from Italy.
Well, come on in. We already got a guy here from La Tuna Canyon.
I'm looking for Mr. Jake Weathers. Do I say it correctly?
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Weathers is here?
Mr. Weathers is dead. Has been for 10 years. He was my father.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake.
No mistake. We started the agency together.
May I come in?
Yes, yes, please.
Permit me. I am Lorenzo Giovanni de Zaccagnini.
I wish I could match that. Sam. For Samantha. Samantha Weathers.
And they call me Gio.
One of us is going to have to sit down.
Permit me.
No, I just ran out of the house. Could you excuse me for a minute?
Should I come later?
No, don't leave. Stay. You can talk too. What's your name?
Cyril.
Cyril?
What's wrong? I like Cyril.
Well, that may be okay out in Tuna Canyon, but how about Squirrel? That's close enough, isn't it? Squirrel.
Are you in college to study?
USC. Last semester.
You're studying computers.
No, a film. I'd like to direct, you know? Like Fellini. Fellini.
Ah, Fellini.
I'm dressed for work.
Nice work.
Won't you come in? Have a seat.
Do you mind?
What are those?
Galois.
Those aren't Italian.
French. Would you like one?
No, thanks. I take a more ecological approach to my lungs. How may I help you?
I am looking for my brother.
He's missing?
He went missing in 1976. I suppose it is, how do you say it in your profession? A cold trail?
Let's start with his name.
Luigi Basilio de Zaccagnini.
Impressive.
Since the recent death of my father, he is now Count Zaccagnini.
Even more impressive. Luigi, D-Z-A...
C-C. A-G. N-I. N-I. That's an attractive stone.
It's a crystal, actually. G-N-I-N-I. It's supposed to cleanse my aura.
I don't understand.
Me either, but somehow I feel better just knowing my aura is being cleansed. What was the last known address of your brother?
The Belvedere Hotel, Venice,
Italy?
California.
That's why you came to me. I'm in Venice.
I came looking for your father. He sent us a wire on October 6, 1976, inquiring the whereabouts of Luigi.
How did you reply?
My father replied he had no son, Luigi. He'd written him off. We were forbidden to speak his name.
1976, my dad was still working homicide at the LAPD.
I was hoping he would have information. I'm anxious to find Luigi.
Let's take it to the LAPD. I have a friendly source there.
Detective Orozco's office.
Helen, this is Sam. I need to speak to Frank. In a hurry, please. Question. Why'd you wait 15 years to come snooping?
My father died last year, and now the executors need to know the truth of Luigi. If he's alive, he will inherit my father's title and a certain fortune.
And if he's dead, who gets to play count?
The younger brother.
Sam, where the hell are you?
Frank, I'm sitting here with a client, a foreign gentleman.
Well, tell your client to close his ears for a moment and listen up.
We'd very much appreciate it if you could open up an old file for us, one my dad was working on.
I'd appreciate it if you get your shapely butt down here
I'd like him to go back to Italy with a favorable impression of the LAPD.
and tell me what the hell this is about you scooting around town in a stolen car.
Frank, I'm sincerely sorry to have disturbed you on a busy day. Frank was my dad's rookie. You know, we were sort of like brother and sisters, a lot of jokes.
Are you taking my case?
You tell me. I'm $300 a day. That's American dollars plus expenses. And don't get your hopes up. This is, how'd you say?
A cold trail?
Exactly.
Will 5,000 do?
5,000?
To begin.
Cracked through to the Pentagon yet?
No, do you want me to?
Maybe. We might need a ballistic missile sometime. For now, just order me a tuna on rye.
With mayonnaise?
You can do that?
Yes, ma'am.
How about something more practical, like the address of the Belvedere Hotel in Venice? B-E-L-V.
Belvedere Hotel. 918 Brooks Avenue. Closed in 1980.
What's there now?
A burger boy. Want me to order you one?
Don't move. I'll be right back.
I gotta go. Computer madness.
Forget about it. You're working for me now. Double whatever you're making.
Well, Jimmy thinks that we can get bookings of $800,000 our first year, so we figure that's over $50 an hour.
That's ridiculous. You and Jimmy better beam back to Earth. We'll talk later.
Miss Weathers?
How about Sam? Try Sam.
All right, Sam. Are you a dick?
Where on earth did you learn that?
The Maltese Falcon. The Big Sleep. I'm into crime, you know? Detective movies at film school.
Don't tell me about the Big Sleep. I grew up on it. I used to be Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, yeah? Me too.
Only I didn't have to go to any film school. I was raised by a real detective.
Whoa.
Pidge. Hey, Pidge. Pidge. You're a low-life weasel and a snitch.
Oh, Sam. Good to see you, too.
Do you remember a local hotel called the Belvedere? It closed in 1980.
Something in it for me?
Well, I could call 911 and ask them to impound your overcoat.
Oh, you always make me laugh, Sam. You're being funny, ain't you?
I'm looking for someone who lived at the Belvedere, an Italian.
Do you know Rosamond?
I don't know Rosamond.
She was the desk clerk at the Belvedere. Rosie! You got company!
Good morning.
It's 4 in the afternoon.
It's a tough time. I never know whether to get up or go back down.
Rosie, do me a favor and tell the lady about the Belvedere.
See a cop?
No, I'm trying to locate an Italian who lived there in 1976. Take a look.
I'm as dry as the Sahara. I can
Hold
hardly
on.
move my mouth.
Hey, what? I paid for that one.
Good for you. Here you go, Rosie.
Yeah, I do remember an Italian hanging around. The guy I remember ran with them bomb throwers.
He threw bombs?
You know, them Black Revolution fellas with the berets.
Do you remember any names?
Alfa Romeo.
That was the Italian?
No, it was the car. The Italian drove it.
Thank you, Rosie. Here you go. Thanks, Pidge. If anything else floats to the surface, let me know, buddy. Hello, do you have the times? Yes, extension 407, please. No, I can't press 2. I'm driving. Thank you. Bogey. Not a chance, you lech. I'm saving myself for my second marriage. Okay, dinner's on me next time. Listen, I don't have time to argue. Can you dig up something on the Black Freedom Movement, late 60s, early 70s? I need someone who'll talk to me, someone who knows the personnel from back then.
Can I help you with something?
Samantha Weathers, we talked on the phone. Bogey says you two go back to the free speech movement.
That was a long time ago.
If it makes any difference to you, I really appreciate what you're doing here.
Nothing personal, Ms. Weathers, but without Bogey's call, I wouldn't have the time of day for you. Now, as it is, you've got about 5 minutes, starting when you walked in the door.
I'm looking for an Italian who disappeared in the mid-70s, Luigi Di Zaccagnini. Rumor has it he was on your side.
He may be Luigi to you, but That was Louis Bassie to us. And the only side he was ever on was his own.
You remember him?
I remember the low-life dog.
Low-life dog is in what?
He and his slumming friends had a funky little commune over by Hollywood. When he was on the scene, so were the drugs. That's when Leon got hooked.
Who's Leon?
Leon Wilkes. That's another sad story of the 60s gone sour. He had it all. He was an artist with a mind to match. Studied in Rome.
In Rome?
He could have really been something special for our people. Instead, Louis and drugs and whoever that other chick was.
What other chick?
Some white chick. I didn't get the name. Dilettante.
You mentioned a commune. Do you have any names, photographs?
Time to clean it out anyway. This is Leon and me in front of Louis' Alfa Romeo. Quite a pair of revolutionaries, huh? Keep the photograph. Burn it when you're done.
This Louis and your friend Leon, do you have any idea as to their current whereabouts?
I have no idea. But you want my guess? Try the county morgue.
Yeah.
Rob, how you doing?
Play back.
Detective Horshack, I bet anything you weren't expecting me.
I'll bet anything I was about to go out and find
Bet you didn't think I was going to come up here and clear up that little misunderstanding about the vintage iron.
Bet I ran a
happened
make
to
on
be
that
driving.
beauty, and the pink slip's about as red hot as this new paint job.
Well, it's nice to see you two are still getting along so well. You got nothing better to do? Where did you get that car?
From a client in lieu of payment.
Where's the client now?
I don't know. We had to go to Mexico for a while.
You don't change, do you?
I deserve payment like anyone else.
If you're gonna drive that thing, get some new plates on it.
Is that official advice?
No, that is friendly advice for which I can get a reprimand.
Are we still friendly?
Look, don't blame me if I don't want to be around when you pry open a 15-year-old can of worms.
It's not like you to avoid a can of worms, Frank. Or a pot of snakes, for that matter. You're a good cop. Jake always said so.
Oh, is that right? You know, maybe it's because of your dad I'm not getting involved in this. You ever think of that?
My dad always said you were the best partner he ever had.
Do you have to sit that way? Kiss my pension goodbye. I'll tell you, if anybody finds out you've been in these files, so keep it quiet.
I always do.
All right. October 76, there was some accidental deaths out in Hancock Park. 3 dopeheads OD'd in a living room. Everything from horse to magic mushroom. And we had positive ID on the young lady there, Miss Penny Comden. The father was an ex-ambassador to Italy. I think the family was in Rome at the time.
Rome again.
The black guy is a radical by the name, here it is, Leon Wilkes.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him?
I know of him.
Oh. And the third guy's Italian, Louis Bassi. Name's a fake. Yeah, never could trace him down, though, before the case was closed. Coroner wrote him a John Doe death certificate.
I guess that's my guy. It's hard to tell.
The bodies were bloated with drugs, and it took a couple of days to discover them. But the thing is, your dad thought there was foul play, especially since there was a 4th person at the party.
A 4th person?
Well, according to your dad, he came up with a set of partial prints smeared on a glass. The 4th party. Jake was working pretty hard. He was putting pressure all over town. He even wired back to Italy for whereabouts in every recent immigrant.
So that's how Gio got his wire.
Jake was close to bringing it home when all of a sudden, bam, lights out.
Someone clamped the lid on it?
He got a call from upstairs. He wouldn't talk about it. I mean, all I know is he was put down hard, told to lay off, and the file was sealed.
I know the rest. Dad got royally steamed.
He got royally stewed, to be more exact.
Only for a couple of months.
Well, a couple of months is a long time to stay stewed.
Not for Dad.
Then he threw away his career
Wait a minute.
and dropped out.
He didn't drop out. He quit so we could set up Weathers and Weathers.
Oh, right. You dropped out, too.
What?
Out of the police academy.
I quit the police academy to help Dad set up the agency.
All right, have it your own way.
And I was saved from a life of station house politics and talking in cop code, for which my dad was eternally grateful.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Really? I thought your dad was grateful his only daughter stopped chasing after his rookie partner.
Chase you? I had to fight you off with a stick. As I recall, I was practically a virgin.
Practically. You know, there was a time we talked like people.
We talk like people. Silly ones. How's Maria?
Fine.
And the kids?
Sam. Why is this always so difficult?
Because you broke my heart, Frank. So maybe I'm not Humphrey Bogart. He always seemed to roll with the punches. I get punched and stay down. I've got to stop seeing Frank or Roscoe, even if it means burning a bridge down at the LAPD. I keep raking through those ashes, and damn, I'm the one who gets burnt. But like Horspitz said, this muscle car was hot, and it jumped towards the beach like a walrus in love. What a relief, leaving the smog behind and heading out for this romantic restaurant by the sea. And a storybook Italian. You get the picture. Who knows? Maybe my prince had come.
I'm sorry. I was tied up on a phone call to Rome. You haven't ordered anything to drink. Waiter, please. You seem sad.
I don't have happy news for you, senor.
Gio, please. Ah, what will you have?
3 fingers of tequila with the worm still wiggling.
Scusi?
Mineral water, make that a double.
Oh, mineral water. Permit me, please. Waiter, a little Tattingers, but not too little.
I have reason to believe your brother used the name Louis Bassi. If so, he was found dead along with 2 others in Hancock Park. October 1976, apparent drug overdose. I'm sorry.
You are certain?
3 people died. My guess is Louis Bassi was your brother.
I will need proof.
The coroner took some photographs, but they're inconclusive. I don't think you want to see them. We could try to match the prints the coroner took with your brother's.
That, I'm afraid, is not easy. Fingerprinting is a uniquely American obsession.
There's not any document or anything with his fingerprints on it?
No. To satisfy the Italian courts, you must find me a death certificate.
Well, there is one, but it says John Doe.
It must say Luigi de Zaccagnini.
Or you don't become count.
There is a little more at stake.
The family inheritance.
A certain degree of money, yes.
A certain large degree of money? Which goes to you.
I seem to be the next in line, yes.
Well, I'll just have to keep down that road until I can prove that corpse was your brother.
Good. I refuse to believe you have come to the end of the road.
Don't shoot, copper.
What is this, Halloween?
Well, I'm working for this tomato who's a gumshoe. I thought I should look the part.
Cute, but don't go out the door that way.
Hey, look, Sam. The Alfa Romeo in the picture that you left me belonged to a gentleman who had the name Louis Bassi. He registered it with the DMV, and I got into the file.
The DMV, is that a public file?
Last known owner was the Los Angeles Homicide Department. They kept the car for evidence.
My little baguette. If you're hacking into the LAPD mainframe, I have to tell you that's an illegal act. I could lose my license, and you could be on your way to a prison farm with half of Wall Street.
What, you don't like my clues?
They're great. I just knew them already. Now, don't pout. I'm just saying, no illegal hacking. If anybody's going to do anything illegal around here, it's going to be me.
Then what do you want me here for?
I like you around. I used to have an avocado plant, but you're more fun. Truth is, with that electronic weasel of yours, you can get a lot of background on someone before I meet them, all legal. For instance, can you discover the whereabouts of a guy who used to be ambassador to Italy? All I have is a name, Comden. Work your magic.
Comden, Jacob C. Calls himself Dr. Comden. Now living in La Vista.
Where the hell's La Vista?
4.5 miles south of San Clemente.
What a beauty you are.
Excuse me. I could not leave without wishing you every good luck.
You're leaving?
Oh, yes, to Rome. Business, always a bother. But I was hoping you would permit us a little dinner. And I have a little memento for you.
Oh, I couldn't. You're a prince. I mean a count. Whatever.
It always seemed to be a help to Sherlock Holmes.
I've never seen one as nice. Thanks.
And dinner?
Actually, I'm on my way to La Vista. I've got a lead on the case, a certain Dr. Comden.
You intend to rouse these people from their beds?
I'll check into a motel and get an early start in the morning. I have a very demanding client.
Good. I demand we have dinner. Mario, change of plans.
I thought you said you had business.
I told you. It's a bother.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll go to La Vista tomorrow. Where you want to go for dinner?
Someplace that is Los Angeles.
How about Burger Boy?
No, we have those in Rome. Someplace we do not have in Rome. Mario!
Forget Mario. We can walk. I'll get my things. Here I was, a tourist in my own town, and all the corny sights of Olvero Street looked new and funny and, okay, I'll cop to it, romantic. I wish I had a tourist book to help me say no when my heart was saying something stupid like, see. I don't kiss the clients.
Would it help if I fired you?
After a short night of some rather long dreams, none of which will ever make it into the case report, I woke up the next morning and found that Italian puppy dog back on my doorstep. I told him I had to get down to La Vista to do his business, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. He wanted to tag along. I guess he wanted to see what his dollar was getting him into. About the time the road ribboned down by the beach with all that romantic crash of surf, I tried to remind the guy I don't mix business with pleasure. Well, at least I try not to.
I'll wait right here.
Okay.
This is all new to me. I am like a tourist.
Hello, I'm Samantha Weathers. I called earlier about seeing Dr. Comden.
I'm very sorry, but Dr. Comden is receiving no guests today.
First of all, you're forgiven. Second of all, I'm sorry to hear about your hearing problem, but if you had heard, you would know I didn't come here to sell subscriptions. I came all this way to talk to Dr. Comden. Is there someone behind that door?
Madam, I said he
I
cannot
have a
see.
distinct need to talk to Dr. Comden.
And I have a distinct lack of interest in your needs.
We're not talking about a couple of bad checks, Sahib. I'm investigating the death of his daughter.
I was raised to respect the fair sex, but I should warn you, madam, I respect keeping my job even more. If necessary, I'm prepared to lift your body and toss you out the door.
You ought to talk to somebody about that.
Miss Weathers, you may come in, briefly.
Later.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm afraid you have touched on a deep family sadness, Miss Weathers. My daughter, we were estranged at the time she died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It is not an easy burden to bear.
I'm sensitive to what you've been through.
Really? The way you barged in here didn't reveal much sensitivity.
Do you mind if I sit? This isn't priceless or anything.
Yes, it is priceless. And yes, you may sit.
Dr. Comden, I'd like to ask you about someone your daughter may have met in Rome, one of her friends.
Where the memory of my daughter should be is merely pain. Her mother and I have sealed off her room. It's just as it was.
Would it be possible for me to take a look at it? A brief look?
Yeah.
Idiots! Careful with that! Everyone has picked over the Renaissance till it is bones. This is where the real energy comes from.
Where's that?
The avant-garde, the German boys. This, for instance, is made of straw and animal fat.
Attractive.
Hmm? You like it?
My tastes run more to the local boys. You wouldn't happen to know the work of a Leon Wilkes, would you? An LA artist, a good one. You might have met him when he was studying in Rome.
Our interview is over.
He knew your daughter.
Mahmoud?
Hands off, Marmoot. I'm fine. I'm used to this, okay?
Please do not turn on the light, Signorina.
Hello.
I often stay in this room without light.
If I had to make an uneducated guess, I'd say you were Penny Condon's mother.
Mm-hmm. And you're Miss Withers and a private investigator.
Close enough.
My husband prefers not to think of Penny. I can think of little else.
Maybe you can help me find out more about your daughter. Do you have any information about her friends, either here or in Rome?
It was the crux of our problem, her friends.
You and the doctor didn't approve of her friends?
Rebels, communist, anarchist. Do you remember the Red Brigade?
Sure. Terrorists back in the 70s. Was she a member?
I cannot believe that she believed in those people. It was only to hurt her father.
That would do it.
And me.
Do you remember any names? I'm especially interested in an Italian she knew here and in Rome.
If you promise to return these, you may read them. There are many names.
These are Penny's?
Her diaries. They returned them to us.
When was that?
When they returned Penny. They killed her, you know. They killed my baby.
Luciana!
Please don't!
Mamu, take that satchel from the girl.
Stop! Come back with that!
Bye, La Vista!
No, hasta la vista!
Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks. I can't read if you're looking at me.
I'll go for a walk.
Good.
If you are curious, I will be at La Zapata. You remember Olvera Street? La Zapata?
Sure, La Zapata. Cha-cha-cha.
Oh, yes, they are.
Bless you, my child.
Hello, sisters! Here come the sisters!
How's everything? At the end.
Okay.
Leila, you've been hurt.
I was mugged by a nun.
Heavens, you Americans are so innovative. Even your criminals.
What's that?
A whiskey. I pray that you not be hurt while in my employ.
Well, I don't think this nun was too much into prayer.
I'm used to having my prayers answered.
Maybe they were. Sister Mary Stiletto got away with all of Penny Compton's diaries except one. I was reading this one, and it reads like Patty Hearst's confessions. Wealthy young girl getting off on radicals, cell groups, code names. There's some kind of mysterious Ella here. She seems to have been some kind of ringleader. See, Ella, and Ella. And here, unfortunately, is your brother up to his elbows in revolution.
Now you know why my father cut him off.
And this may be our answer. Our little rich girl, Penny, was in love with your brother.
No.
They got married.
No.
Well, not at City Hall, but under an Aquarian moon on the cliffs of Santa Monica. They had some guy named Moon Dance chanting the ceremony. Remember the 60s? The couples cut their thumbs and mixed their blood. They'd be crazy to do that today, but of course this was back in the 60s. Then they vowed to love one another until the new age grows old. Here are the thumbprints in blood.
That is my brother's thumb.
Well, according to Penny, and if Frank Orozco's in a good mood, I'll get him to match those prints with the prints the coroner took of Louis Bassett.
Did you learn anything more? I mean, from the diaries.
Isn't that enough? Now you'll have your death certificate with your brother's name on it, and case will be closed. Isn't that what you want?
Is that what you want?
Ella. You're clicking.
Pardon?
You're clicking on your keyboard.
Well, that's how I talk to Richard.
Who?
Detective Richard, the computer.
Yeah, well, can you guys talk without the clicks? Way I figure it, everyone's happy about this case except for one guy.
Who's that?
My dad. Maybe they didn't OD. Maybe one of them gave everybody some truly bad dope. Trouble is, we can't talk to the girl, we can't talk to Leon, we can't talk to Luigi. They're all slightly dead. That only leaves a mysterious Ella, Leon's lover. How do we get to her?
Well, I'm no Sam Spade, you know.
You're coming close.
Maybe if you talk to the parents of Leon Wilkes.
Do you know them?
Crenshaw Boulevard. Do you know it?
Say it. Just say it. No question about it.
It was a tragedy, plain and simple.
He certainly was a powerful painter.
Leon could have been a great one. All of his teachers said so.
You say the trouble started when he got back from Rome?
Yeah, he was different, all right, talking about dropping out and black freedom and such.
Fool kid. Burned his draft card. Just forgot about his art. Started hanging out with Rashid.
Rashid?
His cousin.
His no-good cousin.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandma. Bye, Grandpa. Bye, Grandma. Gotta go. Be home by 6. You'll have to excuse him, Miss Weathers. He's normally very polite.
Your grandson?
That's right. Leon's son, Malcolm.
We raised him from a baby.
What about his mother?
Never met her.
But she's been generous with the boy. Always has been.
Generous?
Sending money. Just arrives in our bank account.
15 years now.
Weathers and Weathers, private investigators.
Squirrel, my little nutcracker. I want you and your friend Detective Richard to see what you can get from 1976 on an LA resident named Gloria Neal. That's all I have, a name, Neal, N-E-A-L. According to Leon's parents, that's who their son was dating. If dating's a word for it, they had a baby.
That means that Gloria is Ella.
Yeah, bright boy. Ella equals Gloria Neal. You keep this up, we're gonna have to get you a hat to go with your gumshoes.
What's a gat?
Blue Eyes. Looking for some action?
Real friendly place you fellas have here. But like I said before, I'm not looking for trouble. Did I say that? I meant to say that.
What are you looking for?
A gentleman by the name of Rashid Wilkes. I'd like to ask him about his cousin Leon. Never heard of him either, I guess. So if you gentlemen will let me out of here.
If we don't,
It's risky.
come on, I'll show you some action.
Lady says she's looking for Rashid Wilkes with a .38 caliber intro. Sounds like one serious lady to me. I'm Rashid Wilkes, and I will see if I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice group of friends you've got here, Mr. Wilkes. They've been entertaining me in your absence.
Let's take a walk.
October 6, 1976, Hancock Park. Your cousin Leon was snuffed out along with two dilettantes. They had enough drugs in their system to open a pharmacy. Will you help me?
What do I know? I'm just a humble brother minding my own business a long way from Hancock Park.
Way I hear it, nothing happens south of 25th Street without you knowing about it or wanting it to.
Oh, so you're not only tough, you smart, too. You know, when we was kids, me and Leon used to come out here all the time.
Mr. Wilkes, I know there were 4 people in Leon's group, not 3. I'm looking for number 4. I think it's a woman named Gloria Neal.
Now, you see this stuff here? And this looks like them wild paintings that Leon used to do.
Did you ever hear of Gloria Neal?
I always thought that this is where Leon got all his ideas. And you tell that to them art critics if they ask. Now, about that scholarship. All right, Leon gets a scholarship. Goes off to Rome to study painting. And he's a bright boy. Gonna become one of the masters. So what happens? Well, he falls in love with this little rich white girl.
Ella.
Who?
Ella's her code name. Gloria Neal used it when she gathered around the candle at night.
Yeah, well, this little rich white girl, she goes and has her a baby.
I met him. He's no longer a baby.
Uh-huh. And you saw the problem. That baby come out the wrong color.
She must care something for the child. She sends a check every month.
That's hush money. See, she can't afford to have that baby's picture showing up on some poster somewhere. That's laundry that can't be done in public.
What do you mean?
Well, this Ella, a.k.a. Gloria Neal, she married a very powerful man.
Is that true?
She got to be pretty powerful herself. Tell me something. You a feminist?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Did you vote?
Of course I voted.
Does the name Gloria Chase ring a bell, Private Eye Lady?
Hey, boss, I have news that makes my hair stand on end.
I have news that'll make him stand and salute.
That
lady is
Gloria
actually
Neal is
Congresswoman Gloria Chase.
Who told you?
Well, sometimes the old shoe leather can still beat that hunk of silicone. Now, if I could only be sure that the money going into Clara and Cecil Wilkes' account actually originates with the Congresswoman.
Who you dialing?
None of your business.
Richard's handling all the calls now.
Well, there are a few numbers that are none of Richard's business. Bogey, baby. It's Sam. I need you hot and heavy, sweetheart. I'd even go so far as to spring for lunch if, and underline if, you can get me some fill on Congresswoman Gloria Chase. Sure, I've heard of Cafe Bernard. I've seen the pictures in the magazines. And the people that go there are a hell of a lot better dressed than I am right now. Oh, inappropriate.
Yes. Your party is over there. Would you like to join them?
What are my choices?
Will you be staying for lunch?
If I can get a burger rare.
This way, please.
Bogey.
Sam, what a treat.
Do I look good enough to be sitting here?
You look good enough to be served here.
Don't start.
If you say.
Have I ever told you I find your taste a little outrageous?
What's outrageous? I like tall blondes.
I am tall.
Relax. I gave up on you years ago. I decided you just weren't.
Madame?
What? Outrageous. Geez, can I get any of this without the gold plating?
There's a reason we're here.
To jumpstart the economy?
Gloria Chase, née Neal, prominent conservative family, very well connected, studied overseas.
Don't tell me, in Rome.
As a matter of fact, yes, you knew that?
Go on.
A couple of years with the ACLU, then joined the best law firm in the city and married one of the clients.
None other than Andrew Chase.
Mr. Chase runs the state from the cockpits of his private planes he likes to fly. People rarely see him.
I'm impressed with your work.
I did win a Pulitzer for my coverage on this state. His young bride entered state politics. She has consistently gone against the old family line. She's pro-choice, pro-ERA, a champion of the underdog.
That's why I voted for her, even sent her money.
Gloria Chase is as squeaky clean as the nuns we had at St. Ursula.
That's it? No dirty laundry?
You have reason to believe she isn't that clean?
I have reason to believe she killed a couple of people.
Ooh, that's rough. She doesn't look like the sort who would murder.
You can't judge people by their pictures.
I'm not. I'm looking at the original.
Huh?
Congresswoman Chase lunches here weekly with her staff.
That's why you brought me here.
You pay for lunch, I handle dessert. The lady herself, all but delivered to your very table.
I'll be back. You're Gloria Chase, aren't you?
Why, yes. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Samantha Weathers, and the pleasure's all mine. I voted for you.
Why, thank you. Shake your hand, but mine's wet. I see you're lunching with the press. Are you a journalist?
Well, I'm always digging for stories, let's put it that way. I'm a private investigator.
A detective? You must lead a fascinating life. Not like the humdrum existence of a public servant.
Oh, I don't know. I never hung out in Rome with it guys like the Ferret, Pablo, and Matahari.
I'm sure I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. If you'll excuse me.
I'm sure you do, Ella. I'm investigating the murder of Luigi de Zaccagnini, a.k.a. Louis Bassi.
My husband and I retain a staff to protect us against any violation to our persons or slander to our reputations. If you would like to call them and repeat any of this, Ms. Weathers, please do so.
Congresswoman, very nice to see you again. What did you do? Dunk her head in the toilet? Now look, you're making them leave.
Who's the Daddy Warbucks with her?
That's Andrew Chase. On one of those rare occasions he comes up to look at his shadow.
Where does Mr. Chase hang out?
When he's not flying, he might try the Golden West building.
Well, his wife wouldn't speak to me. Maybe he will.
Highly unlikely.
Everything about this rig has been unlikely.
Stormy as ever.
Don't you start that again.
I didn't start anything. The nuns of St. Ursula gave you that name.
And I've never been back.
You will.
Forget it.
There's a 20th reunion coming up.
I'm too young for a 20th anything. Bye.
The money.
Yeah?
The money that's going into the Cecil and Clara Wilkes account comes from an account in the Bahamas.
I hope you haven't been doing anything illegal.
Before that, it comes from a really big bank in Italy.
Rome.
Yeah, well listen, before that, it comes from LA, from a political foundation.
Please, let me guess.
For the re-election of Gloria Chase.
You didn't let me guess. Hold on. Damn, I hate tailgaters.
The money, it goes LA, Rome, Bahamas, and then back to LA.
That's laundering. Why do those guys look familiar?
What?
I said you're brilliant. You're getting a raise.
You haven't given me anything yet.
See, it can only get better. Squirrel? Hello?
Hello?
I was beginning to feel the two goons in the car behind me were pros, and their daily work was to crowd me. But then, maybe I was wrong. Then again, maybe I wasn't. I've maneuvered a pretty good look. I figured their combined IQs at somewhere below my bus size, but they weren't back there to launch the space shuttle.
She must have got in there.
Follow her, I'll cut her out. Where is she? She's there! She's over there!
Those two goons had some destiny to fulfill, and I was just as happy not to step between them.
Hey, darling. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You want to have a good time? Down there. You look pretty good, honey.
I don't know what you're selling, honey, but you're depressing values in this neighborhood.
Nice spot you picked, Frank.
Nice spot you're in, kiddo.
Oh, yeah? Where's that?
In a large pot with the carrots bubbling up around your ears. From the looks of you, you agree.
You mean those thugs?
Yeah, for openers. If those guys want to smoke each other, they could have done the job at home and not put you in the middle.
I take care of myself.
Well, are you your father's daughter or what?
Why are we meeting here?
Listen, I don't like what's going on. It's a rerun of 15 years ago.
What are you telling me?
There is pressure telling me to tell you to get off this thing.
Where's it coming from?
Oh, that's hard to say. I mean, somewhere up. Maybe here in the department. Maybe the DA's office. Same as before. I don't like it.
Could any of this be coming from Andrew Chase?
Why him? What do you got?
Mrs. Chase.
Huh?
I think she was responsible for those murders out in Hancock Park 15 years ago.
Yeah, Sam, you're way over your head on this.
And her powerful husband, Andrew Chase, pulled the rug out from under the case, and guess who was standing on it?
Jake?
My dad, yes.
Are you gonna have a chance to prove that?
If her prints match the partial you have.
Don't start on me.
You said you didn't like what was going on.
I don't. It doesn't mean I'm gonna turn the department on its ear just to please you.
Why not?
Why not? Why not, indeed? Miss Stormy.
You promised to never. How's Maria?
She's out of town.
Yeah?
Visiting her mother.
How long?
It's been a couple of months.
I'm sorry to hear that, Frank.
Now listen. You promised me you're gonna call me before you do anything stupid?
And if I call you after?
You won't be able. You'll be dead.
By the time I crawled home, LA had lit up like a spilled jewel box. Who was it? Some wise men said LA is the most beautiful city in the world. From a distance.
You and me, different circumstances, could do some serious dancing. But tonight, I'm just here to chat.
Rashid, you could have knocked.
Problem is, there's a big old ugly white boy about a block up just waiting for you to turn on your house lights. So why don't we just do this in the dark? Come on down here and watch here.
So now we're comfortable. Let's chat.
I've been listening to the drums since our last meeting.
Yeah?
And the drums say that the glue that holds this whole scam together is made with opium paste. They was using my fool cousin for a cover.
How you figure?
When Leon was over in Rome making all that crazy art, and I'm talking years ago, they was shipping it back. See, lots of art lovers here.
Well, what about Dr. Compton? He's still collecting art.
It ain't about the art, baby. It's the wrappings, the shredded stuff that the art came in.
Heroin?
You got that right, Private Eye Lady. I hear they got a whole fleet of little airplanes delivering this stuff up and down the coast.
Whole lot of art lovers.
Yeah, real masterpieces.
Oh, Mr. Rashid. Thanks.
It's the least I could do for my cousin. And I'll see you around, Private Eye Lady.
Again, slower this time.
Somebody took over this little group of spoiled brat revolutionaries and started running drugs through it.
I don't like the sound of any of this. People running you off roads, people staked out at your house.
Do you think I like it?
I'm tempted to blow it open.
What do you mean? Front page with your byline?
Hell no. I'm going to the DA and get him to clip your wings. You're out of your territory.
Bogey, stop! In 24 hours, you will have your exclusive. All I need is to get a clean set of prints from Gloria Chase and match them up with the partial from the scene of the crime.
But why are you pressing it?
What do you mean?
For some Romeo in Rome?
No, I'm finished with him.
You are?
It's for Jake.
Oh. He wants you to get killed. Sorry.
Over at the department, they think my dad was a quitter, but he wasn't. He was shoved out, and I want to prove that.
And you will, but I'd like to have you around for a while. I only have one best friend.
Me too. But I just need a day. You'll have your exclusive. I'll buy you lunch.
I got a better idea. You'll go to the reunion.
Forget it.
To Saint Ursula, the patron saint of martyred virgins.
No, you don't.
All us girls together again after 20 years of freedom?
No!
And one more thing.
What?
You'll dance one dance with me in front of Sister Immaculata, or you're off this case tonight.
Anything else?
Yes.
What?
I get to lead.
Mr. Chase, sorry to jump out at you like this, but your secretary seems to think you're out of town.
Oh, you're the pesky little lady from the restaurant.
Not so little, but pesky's
I
about
had
right.
the impression my wife said she had nothing to say to you.
She did.
I must ask you. Please leave us alone.
You can ask. Ask anything you want. You can ask me to lay down in a bed of spiders, but I'm still going to want to know about your wife's revolutionary past and the baby she gave up.
My wife has no secrets. She's explained everything to me.
Gloria, will you take a deposition on that?
Don't let this get ugly. I'd hate to involve your state licensing bureau or the chief of police, but I will see that my wife is not harassed. And yes, the spiders could be quite amusing. Let me know.
What have you got?
30,000 points, lifetime record.
Are you playing games?
It's my lunch.
Me too, I'm playing games. If I can't get to the prey, I'll get the prey to come to me.
You mean you put the bait on the hook?
Yeah, and wait for the fish. Big fish.
Weathers and Weathers private investigators. Squirrel here. Oh, sole mio. I think it's Gio.
Yes, Gio. It's nice to hear from you. You're flying over? Today? You know, I was just about to express the death certificate to you. No. Yeah, sure. Sure I could. I could give it to you over dinner. I'll even give you back your pack of cigarettes.
Sam.
I'll explain later.
Sam.
I don't understand Italian, but that sounded like poetry to me. Maybe I do understand Italian. Gio, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, ciao. Won't you have a seat, Congresswoman? You look exhausted.
The big fish.
When you stopped me, Miss Weathers, you scared me. I don't scare very easily. I was forced to examine things I'd buried very deeply, and I discovered something very important. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done. Believe that.
I'd rather believe the evidence.
What evidence? You want the truth, Miss Weathers? Yes, I knew those people you mentioned the other day. I knew them in an age of hope and innocence. And yes, love. I was 18 years old. But times have changed, and so have we.
Then you don't deny any of it?
What? I had a child out of wedlock and gave him up to his father.
That you were called Ella in an underground cell group?
I had college friends who were politically outrageous.
All of whom were murdered out in Hancock Park?
There was no
and
murder.
Someone, you or someone close to you, was powerful enough to hush it up?
That is not true, and I do not lie.
Oh, really? You've lied about a lot of things. You pretended for years you didn't even have a son.
That, I'm afraid, is none of your business.
What about the drugs?
What are you talking about?
Come on, you didn't know your underground group was being used to move drugs?
Never.
It pipes enough drugs over the border to supply Beverly Hills on a 3-day weekend, and still does. I tracked the bank records. Drug money is still pouring into your foundation. The same account that supports your child.
Are you insane?
How could I possibly be involved in the drug business?
I wouldn't think Customs pays too much attention to how art is shipped to you and your highfalutin friends.
I don't receive art. It's not my pastime.
But it is Andrew's. It is his pastime. I know from a guy in the business, that is the drug business, that they use little planes to fly it up and down the coast. Your husband does have little planes, doesn't he?
This cannot be true.
I hope not. It'd fry me if it were true. I've always been one of your biggest fans. Miss Chase, you forgot these.
I don't smoke.
Sorry. Treat these lively, Squirrel. Get them down to Frank or Roscoe, see if they match the partial. He'll know what I mean. While my man Squirrel ankled down to the LAPD to slip a noose around Gloria Chase's pretty neck, I headed out to the airport in Santa Monica. Maybe I could slip a similar necktie around her spiffy husband. I dropped in on his aviation museum. Not that I needed a plane. My interest was in art. Andrew Chase's art. I found crates of it. And I wanted to know what was really in those crates. Pot or Picasso? Dope or Degas?
Excuse me, Miss Weathers. My hand is on yours for the briefest moment, long enough to remove your pistol. I hope you don't think I was up to naughty things.
You, Mr. Chase, naughty? Never. Oh, I hate small planes.
My apologies. Let me help you.
I'm taking a friend up for a flight. I'm not ready for the shipment just yet.
Está bien.
Later, all right?
Sí, señor. Ponla ahí, ándale.
No, set it down.
Seguro que sí.
Get the doors for me. Come on,
Sí, señor.
Pronto.
Vámonos.
I think I should warn you.
Go ahead, try.
I get airsick.
This won't take long.
We're not going far?
Oh, I am. I'm going to Baja.
And me?
I think you'll drop in at Ensenada.
I hear it's nice. So, Mr. Chase, how deeply was your wife involved?
In what?
The drug trade, public hypocrisy.
I made only one mistake in life. I fell in love. This idealistic little girl, I was going to use her group for my purposes, and then I fell in love with her.
That's a problem?
I've had to lie to her, live a life of deceit.
That's a problem.
Don't make this easy.
Cessna 414, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 4 south.
Kill the engine! Kill it!
Another case solved, and I felt like the man who has to sweep up after the elephants, tired and wondering if there isn't a better way to make a living. Andrew Chase was in custody, and I could finally go home and clock some Z's myself. But someone was already in my bedroom, and damned if I can remember sending out invitations.
Somehow I didn't picture it like this.
Really? How did you picture it? By the way.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
How'd you get in here?
You were not at your office, so
You came here.
you might.
I don't know. Let me see. I don't mind.
Who's that?
I didn't hear anything. Oh.
I tried the door. I would have knocked it down, but...
But the door is bigger than you.
Sorry to wake you.
I wasn't exactly asleep yet.
Okay, Frank Orozco wants you to call him, but let me tell you first that the fingerprint on Mrs. Chase did not match the partial print.
Squirrel, I already figured that out.
You mean you knew it wasn't her?
Gloria Chase is not the type to commit murder. Her husband, he'd knock off his own mother for a better table at Spago.
No, it wasn't Mr. Chase.
Yeah?
It can't be.
Well, I'd ask him myself, but he's slightly in a coma.
There was another fingerprint on the cigarette pack, not Mrs. Chase.
I touched it.
No, not you. This print exactly matched the partial print from the Hancock murders.
You're kidding.
It's the same print from 15 years ago.
But no one touched the pack but me.
Who else?
No one touched it but me.
And
me. Luigi was fanatic, full of dreams to save the world. He did not understand the family was without money. No money for generations. We could not pass up this opportunity, a little import and export business. But Luigi wanted to expose us, his brother, his own father. So Andrew Chase was able to provide me with some recreational drugs. I shared them with my brother. He may have taken too many. Maybe they were bad drugs. Hard to say.
So you opened this up after all these years because of money?
Call it family pride. Everyone has a fatal flaw. I could not bury my poor father without an heir.
You needed me to come up with a death certificate, even though you were the cause of death.
I never meant to kill so many. But having killed 3, one can live with the terrible weight of killing more. 2 more.
I have to tell you, Gio, I'm very disappointed in you.
Sorry, Bella.
Why me? Why'd you think I was so incompetent I wouldn't stumble on the truth?
Incompetent? No. Let's just say... a woman.
That's why I leave the first chamber empty!
Get it? Just her and her karate instructor.
Give me that gun! You creep! Now stand up! Horshack, you're my man! Can I borrow your cuffs? Well, you got your exclusive. Congresswoman Chase bears all about shady past.
And bright future.
The voters will decide that.
She's reclaimed her son. She has a crooked husband in jail. I'd say she has her life in order.
I hope so.
What I'd like to get is a story from Dr. Comden.
You and the cops both.
How about you? What did Sammy get out of this?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I evened the score for Jake. I feel right about my dad.
No broken heart?
That dime store Italian. Huh, I've forgotten all about him.
Oh, yeah?
Men are such jerks.
Well, I may not be an expert when it comes to men.
I'd say you were a little inexperienced.
It's not men that's a problem, it's you. You sure know how to pick them.
It's my training.
Explain.
I go out and find all the bad guys in society.
Good evening, girls.
Don't be wallflowers.
Mustn't disappoint sister. Shall we?